December, we chose some really fun varietals and a nice dark palette. We've got beautiful jewel tones, these reds and purples that are going to make your home just pop with color. It's the perfect way to add something interesting into your holiday decor. It's also more fresh. So to tell you a few of the varietals we have this week, we have red gladiolus. These will give you a lot of height. It's going to go along with your whole Christmas theme or holiday theme in general. We have this dark fire red alstroemeria, red bouvardia, which is one of my favorites because it has these little square-shaped buds that turn into star-shaped blooms. It's so beautiful in the open. We have Israeli ruscus, lavender roses, and aspidistra leaves. So the vases I chose to work with today, I chose this rectangular vase, which I love to use because it's a little bit thinner, but it gives you a little more volume as well. It's perfect for a space right next to a wall or something like that. It gives you a lot more of an interesting shape than just a plain cylinder vase that I tend to use often as well. So to start, I wanted to use our gladiolus first. And I'm just going to cut them down to the size where the bloom comes just above the surface of our vase. And then I'm going to take a little piece of the stem left over and cut it so that I can create a little brace for the glads so that they stay up a little bit. It takes a little bit of time, but it's definitely worth it. You just put it in kind of at an angle and then push the stem upwards on one side until you get that nice brace that you want. It's often better to do this with woody stems, but for today this is going to hold my glads in place until all of the other flowers are in there, and then they'll all stay together, of course. This is just a great way to start out the arrangement. So I just put it a couple inches aside, that way I can fit all of my gladiolas in the vase. Just going to keep doing this with the glads. Again, making sure the blooms don't go below. And if your glads tend to have leaves on them, I like to take off the sheathed leaves that go below the surface as well. These glads have this bright red color, which is so beautiful. And they'll just keep on blooming for you. Just remember to change your water every once in a while because I'm not lining the vase with a leaf. And then this one's my shortest, so I'm going to put him right in the front. And we already have a pretty unique shape, just like this. If it were my home, I might actually just leave this just as it is. But we want to add a little bit more fun and a little bit more exciting texture. So what I was thinking today with our aspidistra leaves, we'll do something a little bit different, a little more fun. What I'm going to do is just slice this aspidistra leaf right along the middle, like that, but keeping the base intact. And then I'm going to pull each side in, just like I would if I was making a bow. I really want to try to create a little bow effect from the aspidistra leaves, just to add a little bit of holiday fun. And so, as you can see, I just folded them over so they're kind of like in little twos. And I'm letting the base of the leaves come out as the little end ribbons. And I'm just going to take a little binding wire, tie this around. There we go. And I'll cut the rest off later. Then I'm going to do the same thing to my other aspidistra leaf, just cutting it right up the middle. And as long as you're cutting these leaves just in a linear way, you won't have any problems with the flowers not being able to drink or anything. As long as they get that central vein, that's okay, they'll be fine. Now, we're going to do the same thing to this one, just creating that little ribbon effect. Asparagus is one of my favorite greens because you can do so many things with it. I love to just kind of experiment and see what happens. Plus, I know even if it's out of water for a while, it's going to be okay. So it's kind of a fun way to just kickstart things and make them look a little more interesting. So now I'm going to pair my leaves so they turn into a little bow like this. And then I'm just going to tie them together with another strand of the bind wire. It creates kind of that little holiday ribbon effect, which is so fun to have. But we'll have it on our flower arrangement. So I'm just going to cut off any binding wire that didn't get used on the ends. Here we go. And then I'm going to take just the stems, leaving out the little edges of the leaves. Cut those and place just the stems in the water right in front of our glads. And just letting the little leaves trickle out a little bit. We have a fun little holiday bow. Just so easy to make. Like that. And now I'll just accent it with a little bit of alstroemeria. Keep the color going. I think it's fun sometimes not to use the whole vase full, but to create just something a little more interesting. All the stems going in one direction. Makes this really cool effect. I'm going to do grouping in this one as well, just to give it that extra oomph that we need. Just keeping everything going right in the same direction. It's going to showcase the bow that we created. And then we'll use one of our bouvardias. The front as well, so we can see those beautiful square-shaped buds blooming open. And we'll place this little friend right next to it. Now I like the effect that I have right here where it's open on this side of the vase, but all of the stems are linearly placed right here. So to kind of make it a little bit more interesting, I'm going to cover up where these stems aren't quite to the vase. I don't like seeing the stems not right flush with whatever arrangement that I'm working with. So I'm going to cover that up with some of this ruscus by just placing it right on the edge, and the little green leaves just kind of flow right at the base, and it covers up any kind of messy stem combination you have going on. It just adds some nice texture as well. Fun holiday arrangement. I think it's going to be a great accent to your home. Now I have left over my lavender roses, and I think I'm only going to use just a couple of them. Of course, you can use them in anything you want. So first I'm going to take off any of the guard petals that are still on there. This is going to help my rose to open that much more quickly. And then I'm going to cut really short this stem on an angle and just place it right on the edge of my little square cube. I think this is such a cute thing to have right on your nightstand or just right in the bathroom. It's a fun little touch, and I know little kids love them. Everyone just loves to see that little fun accent that shows people that you paid a little bit more attention to the small details. I'm just going to do a little grouping in this vase. It's a fun way to use my roses. And sometimes you can leave the guard petals. I I personally love garter petals but for this particular arrangement, just want that simplicity of the light purple roses just kind of falling out of the vase. There we go. And then one more. Such a cute little accent. And there we have it, 2 arrangements to fill through your home as a little extra to all your holiday decor. I hope you guys enjoyed these, and we'll see you next week. Thanks for joining us.